When you find something wonderful, you may be tempted to grab it, take it, find a way to make it yours. Your precious.
Stay away!
Yet not everything that glitters is always gold, and sometimes, as the Queen of Arendelle once sang, you've got to let it go, bro. Snow Queen and Big Sister, Elsa was one of the many characters that became a Disney mainstay from Frozen, the 2013 smash hit animated film. However, if you start to peel back the onion, you may find an unpleasant truth you weren't prepared for.
Woo! Hi.
These are 10 facts about Elsa Disney wants hidden forever. Subscribe to the CBR channel now, ensuring you won't miss another video that may put a chill on what you love. Evil Elsa. Frozen is based off a Danish fairy tale from Hans Christian Andersen. Published at Christmas of 1844, the story is a battle of good and evil at its core, told over the course of 7 chapters. The evil I just mentioned? That would be Elsa. Of course, she wasn't named Elsa back then, she was simply known as the Snow Queen. An icy woman with a killer kiss that enjoyed making kids do puzzles, or something to that effect. Beginning as early as 1937, Disney Studios, including Walt himself, attempted to adapt the story. In every version, and true to the source material, the Snow Queen was made the main antagonist. This of course included the first script from the current film's writer. It wasn't until the very last minute that the sisters angle was added, giving the story the heart that it needed, and the douchebag villain that the world wanted, Prince Hans.
If only there was someone out there who loved you.
Fashion faux pas. When Elsa was still evil, she had a whole different costume, one that wasn't as glamorous. Instead of long, flowing hair and elaborate gowns, Elsa was intended to look much more ice-influenced, with blue skin and even blue spiky hair. One of the many inspirations listed for early iterations of the character was Amy Winehouse. Not so much for Amy's trademark beehive hairdo, but for her figure and appearance. In addition, her clothes might have scared children, instead of inspiring millions of girls to dress up as her for Halloween. Her dress was actually supposed to be made up entirely of weasels. Not dead ones, mind you, which would still look pretty awful, but living weasels that would rear their tiny heads and hiss at people. Not quite the look that would sell that many toys or lunchboxes, Climate change conspiracy. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the biggest celebrities in the world. He is also one of the biggest activists in the climate change movement. While he wasn't part of the film itself, he had to have been pleased by the subtle, admittedly almost non-existent hints of climate education that took place during the film Frozen, pitting Elsa at the very center of an icy representation of the worst-case scenario for climate change. Bloggers and commentators related Prince Hans to underdeveloped nations and the Duke of Weselton as the financially strong countries attempting to maintain dominance as energy solutions continue to evolve. That's some deep reindeer droppings right there, man. Others referenced Elsa freezing her hometown and needing love and loyalty to overcome and undo climate change as proof. Another fact confirmed by these theories? The people coming up with them love nature, because they're definitely smoking some quality plants.
He's crazy.
Christian propaganda. Most people have a friend that is always sharing what they're into. While it may be good for them, maybe it's not quite so good for you. So you just wish they'd stop trying to shove their point down your throat. Those who aren't so down with God felt Frozen was attempting to compel them with the power of Christ using talking snowmen and potentially telepathic reindeer. It all makes sense, as the original fairy tale uses some heavy religious symbolism. You know, minor stuff like the entire first chapter being about hell attempting to mock heaven. Also, Gerda, renamed Anna for the movie, uses the Lord's Prayer to battle snowflakes guarding the Snow Queen's palace. While that aspect was removed from the film, theology professors have compared Anna to Jesus and her life sacrifice to save her sister's soul. So saith the book of Olaf 3:16.
I insist you run.
Powers equal puberty. If only Elsa hadn't been born with cryokinetic magic, life would definitely have been different for her and her family. Learning to deal with her gifts was troublesome for the girl, almost resulting in the death of her sister, Anna, an accident that forces Elsa's family to encourage suppression of her powers. Until one day she said, "Elsa don't give a shit," and created the world's most kick-ass ice carvings. Those powers represent female puberty according to some theories. Women feeling an awakening of sorts, emotions and realizations of physical attraction and flirtatious attention. Told by the majority to keep their gift under wraps, till one day they flip that double bird to the double rainbow and... Basically, it's like Stephen King's Carrie. Also a metaphor for the awakening of adolescence. Thankfully, this time around there's much less pig blood and much less John Travolta. World's most expensive haircut. Looking your best comes with a price. Disney animators went a wee bit overboard on the budget to ensure that Elsa and her ice castle looked stunning. More than 600 people worked on the film, including hundreds of animators that created several new types of software, such as snowflake generators that could create over 2,000 different shaped animated flakes of snow. They also created a software named Tonic, which is used to sculpt and animate characters' hair and fur, something needed for Elsa's flowing mane and platinum braids. Her hair contained over 420,000 individual strands of computer-generated follicles. For comparison, Tangled's Rapunzel has 70 feet of locks, containing only 27,000 strands. Heck, human heads only have around 100,000. Let's hope Elsa has some quality hygiene because lice in there would be awful. The Royal Illuminati. People have claimed that Disney films promote propaganda for all kinds of causes. Some charge the company with promoting the occult for years, using symbols commonly referenced with secret societies. The triangle, one of the most well-known symbols associated with the Illuminati and Jay-Z, is heavily featured throughout the film, including several windows and peaks in the castle at the center of Arendelle. Combined with the coronation ceremony that appears heavily influenced by Freemason rituals, you have the makings of a conspiracy right in your hands. Historians would point out that the architecture of the town is accurate for that time period in Norway, which I suppose makes sense. But I'd like to think of Elsa hanging with Jay-Z and Rihanna, sharing stories while wearing matching robes and flashing their triangles to their social media followers. Sibling rivalry. Another popular theory squashed by Disney was Elsa and Anna possibly having had a little brother. In a typical trope used by Disney, someone has to die to move the storyline forward, and that someone is usually a parental figure. Anna and Elsa lose their parents to a shipwreck in chilly Norwegian waters. Or did they? Maybe their ship kept sailing to warmer seas, near lands filled with jungles and talking animals. What if their mother was pregnant and they had a baby boy on board before their craft reached shore, only then to be killed by a leopard and their son, now an orphan, is raised by gorillas? Yes, their brother is Tarzan, King of the Jungle, at least in the imaginative minds of film writers. It may not be canon, but never give up hope of a Phil Collins / Olaf duet. Baby's first boner. Elsa's was called awful names from the people of Arendelle once her icy powers were revealed. Granted, she didn't help her cause by running away and freezing the entire town. Still though, some of those words were quite cruel. One name she wasn't called in the movies, but was by some mommy bloggers, was Slut. Elsa was shamed by conservative moms who obviously missed the Christian undertones, only seeing the sexual ones. Citing the erotic appearance change Elsa goes through while singing the movie's breakout song, Let It Go, as a little bit over the top. She starts in a royal gown and literally strips parts of her dress away, revealing a long slitted skirt, womanly hips, and a bouncing bosom. This would give children their first apparent taste of striptease from a frosty femme fatale with an unrealistic waist size. Born This Way. One of the most vocal theories to come from the movie was Elsa's transformation from reluctant sister to snowflake-flinging badass as an allegory for being gay. It specifically mentioned that Elsa was not cursed, but born with her magic. She's told to hide it from others, which she does until it all comes out in a typically unplanned fashion. Once she's out, this girl is out. Singing what could be interpreted as a gay anthem for today's youth, its lyrics reveal a girl who was told always to be good, to conceal her true self, but now that it's all revealed, she's not going to hold back anymore. Powerful. Add in Oak and the shopkeeper having a same-sex partner, look again at his family picture. And it might be the gayest Disney movie ever created. Not that there's anything wrong with that at all.
Oh, right.
We didn't mean to go all George Lucas on you and start desecrating the fantasies of future children by ruining the movie they once loved. But the truth cannot be suppressed, and CBR is not going to let Disney keep these facts under wraps any longer. Be sure to leave a like on this video and share it with your friends. Everyone needs to know if Frozen is a keeper or if they should let it go. Thanks for watching.